1 week later.
You've been playing Pokemon for a week, Vincent! Go to 7-Eleven and get some exercise!
Fine, I'll just play Pokemon Go!
Hey you! What are you doing out here during the air raid? Police officer uses punch! Take that!
401 million Bolivar fine! No! I just wanted to catch them all!
Gotta catch 'em all! Pokemon!
Hey there, observers! This is Taiwan Observer, and let's take a look at the news. I'm Vincent, your regular host, and this is...
Lelaine, you're stuck with me for today.
Alright guys, first up, let's talk about this new gaming phone from Asus. This year at Computex, Asus has revealed their new Republic of Gamers phone. The new phone will be on par with other flagship devices on the market already, but will be optimized for games and gamers. What's particularly special about this new phone is a removable device that you can clip onto the back, which has a fan built in to keep the phone cool. This is a cooling technology normally reserved for computers. The phone will also come with an optimized X mode for better gameplay and some air triggers to match. So will you guys be buying this phone? It doesn't really suit my purposes since I'm not a big gamer. How about you?
Gotta catch 'em all! Pokemon!
Let's now talk about the people who are behind the phones that we use every day. Recently, a group of migrant workers protested outside Google's Taiwan headquarters. They were there to expose the working conditions after Google merged with HTC's smartphone department. The workers accused HTC of taking out their food and living expenses out of their paycheck, which was promised by HTC to be included in the original compensation package. They also said that some of the addendums that HTC forced them to sign were forgeries. These are just some of the allegations being made against HTC. However, the company has refuted and claims that everything that they have done is legal and above board. HTC also said that if there's foul play involved, the workers should just file a lawsuit directly against the company. Do you think the workers are being treated unfairly? And do you think that Google now has the responsibility to step in to put an end to everything? Let us know.
Moving on from HTC, let's talk about the military. This week during the Han Quan exercises, a military fighter pilot went missing. It was soon discovered that his disappearance from the radars meant that he had crashed and ultimately lost his life. The crash was reported to local authorities when a hiker found the wreck and called it in. The wreckage was found in the mountains of the Reifeng district in New Taipei City. The black box data recorder was found just a day later, 120 meters south of the wreckage site. The black box will help the military find out exactly what happened during the simulated attack on Keelung Harbor. All the other F-16s in the fleet have been grounded until further notice. Personally, I think the Air Force and the military need to step up their game. This is not the first time in recent years they've lost one of their planes like this. Oh my god! What's that sound? Oh! Gotta get out of here! I'm pitiful!
That doesn't know about the air raid drills. This week we had the annual Wan'an air raid drills. These drills are held annually in order to practice disaster prevention readiness and to test the air sirens. People are required to evacuate the streets and stay indoors for half an hour. All the raids were held between 1:30 and 2 p.m. on different days spread across the week. If you're ever caught violating any of the rules of the drill, you're gonna be fined up to 150,000 new Taiwan dollars or 401 million Venezuelan bolivar. So what were you guys doing during that half an hour? I was at 7-Eleven, drinking my brown sugar milk tea.
20 minutes later.
Oh my god, that was so scary!
Nothing even ever happened, Vincent. That was just a drill.
Oh! A few weeks ago we talked about 2 cases in which vigilantism was involved. This week we saw the unfortunate consequences of what happens when vigilantes get it wrong. 21 people were arrested in Pingdong this week after a case that started off far too familiarly with the assault of a young woman ended up in the deaths of 2 young men. When the girl told her friends about the alleged assault, they confronted the accused perpetrator. This confrontation ended up in a huge brawl, and one man named Huang was hit over the head and was taken to hospital where he eventually died. Later, Huang's friends went to avenge his death, and they ended up mistakenly gunning down a Marine instead. During the incident, the suspect got away and ended up staying at his friend's house for a few days. The owner of the house said that he didn't know that the man staying with him was the killer. When the police raided his house, they found 2 firearms, and they're currently testing them to see if those were the weapons used in the attack. The main suspect's friends all got out of jail on bail, but he did not. Remember guys, we've spoken about this before. Violence is never the answer, and vigilantism certainly doesn't help.
Moving on from vigilantes, let's talk about a kidnapping. Last week, a mentally and physically challenged elderly woman abducted a 2-year-old from the lobby of a shopping center, took her home, and then proceeded to cut her hair haphazardly. Once the police had found the suspect, she claimed that she only took the toddler home because she felt like the little girl was feeling thirsty and hot. Aside from the botched haircut, the child is fine. Why was the child left alone in the lobby in the first place? Personally, I'm not gonna leave like a 2-year-old alone anywhere. And we also need to be taking our mental health very seriously. This is very real, and it doesn't just go away if we ignore it hard enough. So if you're going through a hard time, or you know someone who is going through something as well, please, please, please reach out to them, reach out to someone, and get help.
Mental health surely is a big issue in Taiwan, but another big issue that we have here is the human rights abuses of migrant workers. Last month, a Greenpeace report revealed evidence of human rights abuses aboard Taiwanese fishing vessels. Particularly shocking was the video and photo evidence showing an Indonesian migrant worker dying in agony aboard one of these ships. Supriyanto died just 4 months after boarding the vessel. The Taiwanese authorities said that they have investigated and concluded that the man died of sickness and not of abuses received. Due to all the media reports, the fisheries agency decided to launch a large-scale investigation into these abuses. During the investigation, 30% of the fleet was found to have violated regulations. Among the offenses were hiring of illegal workers, overtime and rest time violations, and non-payment of wages. 12 of the ships in the offshore fishing fleet have had their licenses revoked, and operations have been suspended. I'm happy that the fisheries agency has finally investigated the fleet and found out who exactly is violating the rules and who isn't. I just hope that they can do more in the future to prevent these sorts of things from happening at all. How about you guys? Let us know in the comments.
So if you want to look like this, but still eat like this, go to Being Fit by 7-Eleven for a 0-calorie life.
Being fit are not responsible for you gaining weight. If you cannot keep up with a 0-calorie living diet, please do not attempt it. This statement frees us from any legal responsibility or liabilities.
7-Eleven is expanding into the health industry by opening a chain of gyms called Being Fit on the second floors of its select branches. Aside from the usual gym equipment, personal trainers will be available upon request. So next time you're feeling guilty about indulging in one too many snacks at 7, fret not guys. Just head upstairs and burn off all those calories.
So, are you guys going to be going to the 7-Eleven gym? I think that if one opens up near my house, I'll definitely be seeing you guys there. Let us know your thoughts on any of the stories we spoke about today, from the 7-Eleven story to the fighter pilot, anything. We're always interested in hearing your opinions.
And if you want to know what else I'm doing with Third Culture Fixed, go to our website or to our Facebook page. Links will be in the description box.
Remember guys, if you like Taiwan Observer or you care about Taiwan at all, you will share this video. It helps us out a lot and helps more people know about what's going on in Taiwan. Also guys, last week we had an episode of our new show called Chatty Chatty Bao Bao, where we interviewed Rick Monday about Taiwan in the 80s and the rise and fall of ICRT. And this week we're going to be interviewing Joshua Samuel Brown on Thursday at 8:45. We'll be talking about his new book and my Taiwan tours. So be sure to check that out. Alright observers, that's it for the news. Taiwan Observer, out!